Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie from Rebel Alchemy. In today's video, we'll be looking at crystals and discussing what crystals are, how they work, and what benefits you can expect to receive when using them. You would have heard me mentioning crystals throughout the chakra series, as specific crystals are beneficial in helping to balance your chakras as well as maintaining your overall health. Crystals can be a little bit controversial, as many people believe that they're just useless pieces of stone that have no therapeutic properties whatsoever, which is ironic because if it wasn't for crystals, the modern day world as we know it wouldn't exist. Crystals can be found in all electronic devices such as computers, mobile phones, office equipment, TVs, radios, digital clocks, watches. Basically all electronics contain quartz crystal, as quartz possesses piezoelectric properties that generates electricity when pressure is applied to it. Marcel Vogel, who was a research scientist for IBM, carried out numerous tests and established that quartz crystal had the capacity to store thoughts just in the same way as a tape recorder. Hence, people refer to quartz as being a spiritual library filled with infinite secrets that are waiting to be accessed. In essence, crystals are fantastic at transmitting and absorbing energy. When you place crystals on the body, they either draw in positive qualities and influences towards you or repel harmful energies away. So, to summarize, if crystals were devoid of having any significant value, then why on earth would their use be so prolific in our everyday lives? There are many reasons why people use crystals. The most common use is for health benefits. There's basically a crystal for everything. You can find crystals to help with conditions such as stress, anxiety, depression. There are crystals that correspond with different organs and parts of the body, like the brain, gallbladder, the prostate, kidneys, the skeletal system. Some crystals can be used to balance emotions or to attract prosperity, love and friendship. Some crystals have protective properties and can shield you from EMF from your computer or mobile phone. Some also protect you against malefic energies being sent from other people, aka the evil eye. There are also crystals that help with spiritual ascension, meditation, and heightening your psychic abilities. You can also position crystals in a grid around your house to protect against geopathic stress. So where do crystals come from? Crystals have been formed in the earth over millions of years, hence their palpable metaphysical properties. They're made from fiery gases, magma and molten minerals. They literally hold the secrets to the universe. Every story that's ever been told is contained and can be downloaded from within a crystal. Crystals are classified as minerals, although not all minerals are crystals. A crystal is defined as having a regular atomic structure in a crystalline pattern. They're very orderly in structure with a fixed, regular and repeating pattern. Crystals grow when the solubility of elements in a liquid phase is exceeded, then inevitably evolution then forces them to form into a solid. The earliest reference about mankind using crystals can be traced back to the Sumerians, who used crystals in their magic formulae, and in ancient Egypt, lapis lazuli, turquoise, emeralds, clear quartz and carnelian were used in jewelry and also as protective amulets. Kings were also known to adorn their crowns with crystals and other precious gemstones, but not as an ostentatious display of their wealth, but because of the health benefits that the stones could bestow. The ancient Greeks were actually the ones responsible for giving us the word crystal, which derives from the word krystallos, meaning ice. The Greeks believed that clear quartz was actually ice that had been frozen over to such an intensity that it it would remain permanently solid. So, how does crystal healing work? In order for a crystal to have any healing benefits whatsoever, it needs to be on your body. Not only does it need to be on your body, but it would need to be working with your energy field for a good period of time. So it would typically take around 4 weeks before you start to see some noticeable changes if you're trying to combat a specific illness. Crystal healing can only transpire when the energy field of the crystal interplays with the energy field of the person through a process called resonant frequencies. You've heard me say in earlier videos that everything in the universe is in a constant state of vibration, and that includes humans. Crystal healing is a form of vibrational medicine that works on the principle of resonance and entrainment. Resonance is when the electromagnetic field or aura of one object has the ability to affect the energy field of something else. And entrainment is when two objects, both vibrating at different frequencies, gradually become synchronized together and then align into one. So the object with the weaker frequency automatically attunes with the stronger one. The human body is a bit like a musical instrument that falls easily out of tune depending on our emotions. When we get sick, the diseased cells in the body will always have a much lower frequency or vibration than the healthy tissue. When you take a crystal with favorable properties to a specific disease, it will start to raise the overall vibration of the damaged cells until the disease eventually dissipates. The human energy field is also known as the aura, which a lot of people dismiss as being a myth. The aura is something that most of us cannot see with the naked eye, but that's because humans can only interpret 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum. Your aura, however, falls into the same category as ultraviolet, infrared, radio waves, X-rays, microwaves and gamma rays. They are all invisible to the naked eye, but they do exist and can be interpreted with the aid of man-made instruments. Of course, when you have crystals laying around in your room, they will inadvertently affect the energy in your immediate environment. But when you have a specific health concern or issue that you want to resolve, then you need to have the crystal on your possession interacting with your personal energy. When you go to a practitioner to have a crystal healing session, this typically involves having corresponding crystals placed on each chakra, and then a further grid of 6 crystals are placed strategically around your body to form a 6-pointed star, whilst the practitioner will then direct the flow of energy accordingly. So, how do you use crystals? Before you use a crystal, it's imperative to cleanse and program them. You need to cleanse crystals to remove the energy of everyone else who's touched it prior to it coming into your possession. Once you've cleansed the crystal, you then need to program it with your intention and basically tell it what to do. Remember, crystals are alive. They are not inanimate objects. Just like us, they have a soul. Nikola Tesla was quoted as saying, "In a crystal, we have clear evidence of a formative life principle. And although we cannot understand the life of a crystal, it is nonetheless a living being." So now we know scientifically the functionality of crystals can be proven. On the spiritual side, many crystals are known to contain beings or guardian spirits, sometimes from other dimensions. Therefore, the crystal acts as a bridge. Some crystals even have their own governing angel or can connect with higher beings. The easiest way to cleanse crystals is by placing them under running water if they're non-porous, or by passing them through the smoke of white sage. To program crystals, hold them in your right hand and then state your intention. It's important to repeat the cleansing and programming process every few days because crystals are like sponges. They absorb all of the negative energy surrounding us as well as any negative thoughts that we might be emitting. When they become too congested, they lose their ability to function efficiently. Having said that, there are a few crystals that are self-cleansing. Lastly, the human body has a polarity, a north pole and a south pole. This means that we draw in a positive charge along one side of the body and then release a negative charge down the other side. With most people, their positive charge can be found on the right side and their negative charge is on the left. So if you want to draw in the positive attributes of the crystal, wear it on the right. But if you want the crystal to eliminate any negative emotions or influences, then wear it on the left. Unfortunately, this rule isn't absolute. Some people are wired the opposite way around. But if you're uncertain, always use the right as the positive side, as this will be the majority for most people. Finally, I just wanted to say that when you're using crystals for health purposes, be realistic. I always see people expecting crystals to do the most impossible things, and it's crazy. Crystals are brilliant for general first aid. But if an illness is too advanced, you need to use a more appropriate therapy. As an example, if you suffer from mild kidney issues and keep getting urine infections, then a crystal might be successful in helping to reverse the condition. But if you're at the stage where you have renal failure and you're on dialysis, a crystal won't be powerful enough to overcome the disease. You need a stronger therapy, such as energy healing. Crystals are phenomenal at healing, but only when you use them in the correct context, which is minor to mid-level conditions. So that's it, guys. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you would like to support the channel, then you can find the details in the drop down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.